The Underboss Ascends. Vito Genovese. Vito Genovese was born in 1897 in a small town outside of Naples, Italy. Young Vito's upbringing was in a harsh and unforgiving environment, which proved formative in his evolution into one of the most ruthless mob bosses in American history. His family migrated to the Lower East Side of Manhattan in 1913 when he was 15. This was where Genovese's story with the Mafia began, the American dream taking on a dark twist for this young immigrant. In the early years, Genovese earned a reputation as a stand-up guy, willing to do whatever it took to protect his neighborhood and his denizens. He quickly ascended through the ranks, showcasing an affinity for violence and unflappable loyalty. His rise was not without setbacks. A murder charge in 1922 nearly derailed his criminal career, but the witness's sudden death allowed him to evade conviction. His relationship with the law wasn't always adversarial, but prohibition. Genovese formed valuable connections with politicians and law enforcement, granting his operations a certain degree of immunity. However, the 1930s proved difficult for Genovese. The law began to close in on his operations, forcing him to flee back to Italy. He would spend a decade in self-imposed exile, even becoming an ally to Benito Mussolini during World War II. But the mob was in Genovese's blood. Upon his return to the U.S., he joined forces with his old friend Frank Costello, whom by then had become a significant figure in the Luciano crime family. But Genovese's ambition knew no bounds, and he yearned for more than just being an underboss. Genovese's plot to ascend began with a plan to assassinate Costello, which he executed in 1957. The attempt failed, but it was enough to intimidate Costello into retirement, leaving Genovese to claim the top spot. As boss, Genovese sought to streamline the Mafia's operations, expanding into new criminal ventures while maintaining the traditional income streams of gambling, loan sharking, and extortion. But his reign was short-lived. In 1959, Genovese was arrested and convicted on charges of narcotics trafficking. The evidence was damning, in part because of informants from within his organization, including his underboss, Gerardo Catena. Genovese was sentenced to 15 years in prison, a term he served until his death in 1969. The story of Vito Genovese serves as a stark reminder of an American dream's dark underbelly, where ambition, violence, and betrayal wove a complex web of criminal activity that has had a lasting impact on America's perception of organized crime. Genovese's influence, even from the grave, is a testament to his unparalleled cunning and the legacy he left in the world of organized crime.